Something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my funland. I don't ever.
Hello everybody, welcome back to a third and final map between these two teams, SJ Gaming and Wisla. Of course, SJ Gaming were able to take Wisla's map pick, Dust 2, about 2 hours ago now. Feels like a lifetime ago. Wisla obviously admirably taking Nuke, a map that I don't think anybody was necessarily expecting them to take, but the trials and tribulations are not over just yet. They have to take Train against the SJ Gaming side to take this series in its entirety. It's not just me going to be squawking and squabbling through this match. I'm also joined by Define, who's going to be talking through this one.
Yeah, what's up, dude? And Train, well, still, just like Nuke, I'm going to put SJ Gaming, you know, on the favorites here. I feel like the reason they lost Nuke is they went down, you know, too far in the beginning, you know, 8-0 down. If they avoid that on Train here, I feel like they're gonna have no problem picking this map up here. It's just, I think it was a little bit too big of a task there when they were down that much.
Yeah, it's always audacious to try and take back a loss that assertive. Of course, you've already given away half the rounds that Whistler need to win in the entirety of the map right off the bat. So you're giving them 50% of their rounds before you even got off to a start. They were obviously able to take it back and make it kind of close, but now obviously they lost that previous knife round. They had to start on T side. If they're able to win this one, then there's a chance that they can get off to the great start and be able to close this out quickly. If Whistler take a CT sided start, I'm sure that we're on for a long third and final map. Remember that this isn't the only game happening today. I'm going to be taking you through 3 best of 3s. This is the first, of course. Next we've got, what's it, Pact versus Mix. And then we've got Unique versus Windstrike coming up in so many hours' time that I wouldn't even worry about it. I would sleep first. But yeah, SJ Gaming get absolutely crushed in this knife, so they'll have to start on the T side again.
Yeah, they're gonna get the hardest side on both maps here, and well, sometimes it could be better to start on the T side if you manage to win the pistol and stuff like that, but usually you do want to get that CT side like pretty much every single time, but you know, they don't win the knife, you know, you're gonna be starting off on the T side, so we're gonna be getting that rolling very soon here. And yeah, this is, as you said, the third map here, so this is round, I think both teams are on 1-0 record here in the Swiss states in this run too. So winner goes to 2-0 here actually. That's gonna be a, you know, big being 2-0 already if you win this map. That's almost guaranteed to go through, you know, to the playoffs at least. Because I don't think you're gonna be losing 3 best-of-3s in a row.
Yeah, it's quite difficult to do, especially over this mix of teams where 2-0s right now, Skade are 2-0, Ago are 2-0, so one of these teams are going to be playing against one of those teams next, more than likely. And of course, you've got Namiga, who are the first 0-2 team. But yeah, it will be the pop on towards B, and Minio finding the initial shot. Remember, that CT-sided start will favour Wisla initially. They have got 2 players holding over towards this side of the map. But SJ Gaming, they still favour it. They haven't put all their eggs in one basket just yet, so they can go to either site. There's no Molotov to prevent any defuse from coming in. So that usually means that it's probably not going to go towards B. You don't have to have that Molotov, of course. You can at least hit the shots. But now they are going to try and burst out towards the A bomb site. Jedka will have a couple of opportunities here to nail the headshots. Kappa likewise drops the bomb firstly. That is a bit of a precarious position to be in. Sadix hidden away in towards Ivy. If any player is to, catch him out, that might be completely it. Whistler, a flawless pistol.
Yeah, that's surprising actually. SJ, they get the bomb down, but they're not managed to find any kills going up and through that, and this is not the start SJ wanted, but the thing is they get a bomb plant, so they can drop 2 AKs over, those 2 buy Kevlar, and they can get Galils and Kevlar on the rest here. So they can have 5 people Kevlar, 2 AKs, and 3 Galils if they want to here. Or they could fully go for the third, but I don't think they're gonna go for 4s here actually. So yeah, they're just gonna go for the 5 Deagles here. Karn should be picking a Deagle up as well. He's still in T-spawn. He's just buying now a little bit late, but he gets a P250, a little bit of utility instead. So they're gonna treat it as just a light investment. And well, Arvid is already gone. So no Kevlars here. The SMGs are gonna be pretty good at this point. But usually we see the Galils and the AKs in the second run like this, but instead they'd rather go for full buy in the third. And Minio, he saw one guy going lower, so he's gonna catch off Sadix. So the deals here just not working out at all. And it's not really surprising. But SJ, you know, winning T runs on train is difficult, so they cannot have the same kind of start they had on Nuke. They've been starting a T side on both train and Nuke, you know, that's a little bit frustrating, it has to be.
And that's some of the, as you said, more frustrating parts about having those knife rounds and losing those knife rounds. Will be a second round on the board for Whistler. And I think what's most interesting as well is we've seen this meta shift from CT sides going heavy SMGs, even on a map like Train, where you've got long distance engagements. And you saw 4 rifles picked up by Whistler there. They know that SJ was probably going to go for the buy in that second round. Obviously, they didn't. They went for the Deagles and pistols instead, no Kevlar. However, now it's going to be a full buy. So no bonus round potential, of course. This has been a full investment from Whistler. They've got all of the rifles out, with the exception of Morels, who's got an MP9. Oh, Arvid was fully flashed there. He walks into the Molotov, takes 96 damage. That is pretty much as bad as it gets for the start of a T-sided round. I've got no idea.
His teammate was in main.
Yeah. Obviously a little bit of miscommunication there.
Yeah, well, they don't watch towards Pop Dog and Capper. Well, not a single one watching Pop Dog. It's 2 free frags for him. And it's down to Arvid with 4. and Sanix here as well. The FAMAS has been so much better now. We can see why he gets both actually. And SJ Gaming, they're gonna start off on the back foot again, just like they did on Nuke. Minio gets this first one right here. That's good. And Capper, look at this. Nobody's watching Pop Dog. Easy kills.
Yeah, some really rookie mistakes made by SJ so far. What I will say is it's the SJ CT side that I'm really looking forward to. So right now they just have to cruise. It has to be that nuke-like performance where they get 4 or 5 rounds, and then I think that they can get back on the board on the CT side. However, if they go down 6-8-0 initially, then obviously they can be put in the same situation as they did before. Remember Wisla, even on Nuke, where they had that 8-0 start, weren't able to close the half out convincingly. But once again, nobody watching towards Pop Dog. Second time in a row, SJ making quite a key mistake, and they get absolutely battered from both sides. 2 offensives, and you see, nobody watching towards Kappa's position. That's the second time that they've made this key mistake.
Yeah, but this time just with a couple pistols here. So now they need to start winning some rounds. 4-0 down, second gun round, and at this point, what can they do? We are at the moment. Yeah, so 4-0, and Capper heading once again towards the Pop Dog area. Oh, look at Morels here. He's going to be pushing. He flashed through, and he's actually going to get team fly by that jump. He's going to try to punish him, but he cannot do it with the AWP. He takes early damage himself instead, reflecting damage left, right, and center. And now, well, Static has found Sparrows. This is still a little bit of a force by run, bonus run, I mean. Morels on an SMG. Sparrow didn't have the best either, so time for SJ to start winning some rounds here. They do have an entry. Let's see if they can follow up here. Flashes being deployed. Ooh, Morels is going to get tagged by the AWP here. Over towards the Ivy, and this is a good round for SJ Gaming. They're shutting down every single Wisla player. A 5v3 now. When Cap and Jetker and Morels is going to have to try to pick up the pieces, but Jumpy, I think he knows he's towards Olaf. Oh, there we go. He knows it's Olaf. Easy kill from Jumpy here. Down to 2 now. This is going to be a first for for SJ, unless big mistake is coming in, and Jumpy, he goes down, and now they're heading back towards the B side. 3v2. But look at Static's position. And Sartes as well. They're holding the flanks here. There's no way he's going to expect Sarte to be here. There we go. Sarte goes down. Morels on the A side, and SJ, they do pick up the first round finally. Was a little bit back and forth in the end, but good job from Sarte and Sadix there to pick up the remaining.
And this is SJ, remember, picking up rounds earlier on in the T-sided half than before. Remember that they got fairly unlucky to go 8-0 down earlier on Nuke. That could have easily been a 3-3 situation at that point, and we might be seeing SJ taking some earlier rounds here. They're obviously going to be taking the Whistler side seriously. When you beat an opponent on their map pick, you can often be complacent into that second map. However, right now, they're playing pretty much a best of 1 to take the 2-0 in the LOOT.BET CS. So they're going to be taking this one seriously. 1 round on the board for SJ. They're looking for a couple more.
Yeah, 1 run is really not going to cut it here, but it's a good start at least. You know, we only played 5 rounds on to our round 6 here. So still allows CS to be played here on the first half. As you said, this is essentially now a best of 1 here to determine who's going to be going 2-0 here. And make a big scalp towards the playoffs here, but still a lot of CS here still. And AWP coming up from Jumpy again. AWP from Space. So both teams with the AWPs. But Wisla, they've still been looking good, even though they lost their last one. They've been looking good so far on the CT side, and they're looking to get 10 rounds minimum here. 6 more they need to get, but there's 2 players towards the B side actually from Wisla here, so usually you have 1 guy on the B side, and either you play retake or you play very aggressive and get 1-2 and then fall back. But Sparrow very aggressive towards the IV position instead. He takes down Karn, and well, what can SJ do now with 1 player down on the T side? They're gonna have to try to find 1 more here. They're gonna have to try to find a 4v4, but it's not gonna be easy.
They want some sort of opening, perhaps. Over towards Olaf, over towards Green Train, looking for that easier, segregated, isolated player. It's Morels over towards this side of the map, and you can see that Jampy is scoping down this angle, but Morels 100 HP. They're going to have to hard check this angle, otherwise he's going to have the complete backtrack. A wall of smokes allows somewhat of a plant. Arvid needs this shot, but he needs a whole lot more. Morels, surprise, surprise, comes in from the back, and it's only Jampy's ult remaining, and there's no way that he's going to be able to hold off the aggressive flak. 4 players surviving from Wisla once again. As SJ Gaming, they are really starting to falter here in this series. They lost earlier on Nuke. Morels ringing the victory bell. 5-1 here.
Yeah, looking hot here. We start the polls. You know, I was like, after that Dust 2 win for SJ, I was like, okay, this is probably going to be 2-0 SJ, and we're going to move on to the next series. But Wiz is going to be like, nope, Nuke, we're going to take SJ's mapping as well. So pull us a third here, and Wiz again going to get that CT side. And 5-1 here, and it was a bomb plant here from SJ, so they will have enough for a buy here. But it's a double up setup for the poles. And SJ, very, very soon, they need to get a second and a third round on the board here. They do not even get a lot of kills either. They only got 1 last round. So that kind of thing is also lacking here for the Finns. But look at Sparrow. He goes around the corner, he's going to clip him. Unless that smoke is being deployed. And it is. So smoke being down, and now they're going to be splitting B upper and lower. Let's see what they can do here on the T side. Do they know he's up here with the op though? I don't think they're going to check behind the smoke here. Oh. And Minio is right below him, and Sparrow gets another one. Oh no, it's falling apart from SJ. They're not even out on the side. There was just 2 players out on upper. The other 3 were just waiting lobby. There's... I don't know what's happening, but 2 players out upper, and the other 3, they're just waiting in lobby, in B lobby, brown holes. And now they had to go elsewhere.
It's so tough. 3 frags remaining for Wisla, and then they'll find themselves 6-1 up. The A bomb site, that's going to be contested by the Finns. Jedka misses that very tough shot that he had been posted up for. They'll allow the C4 to go down. And I would say that that's somewhat of a mistake. The nades do rain through. Sadic's very low on points of health. However, Wisla now need to maneuver inside and try and take a lot of these angles. They're cutting these T's apart. Arvid only able to find 1 in the meantime, and he gets cut down as well. Wisla again surviving with 4. Train is not the sort of map that you really want to be playing bait executes, where you allow the T's to actually plant the bombs, but it's working out for them.
LOOT.BET, made for live betting.
Something else that I should mention too is a lot of these setups from Wisla are working entirely as anticipated. You saw there on the B-bomb site, you had Sparrow's AWP sat behind a smoke. That shouldn't ordinarily work, but SJ, they're walking right into it.
Yeah, for sure. And with that 7-round break, we had a small little message from our sponsor LOOT.BET, and right now we're 6-1 into the game here on the 3rd map, and this is the determiner. Who is going to go 2-0 and who's going to be going down to the 1-1 bracket. So a lot on the line here. Wisla so far looking hotter. And Tatis, are they going to try to go B again? This time they're going to be pushing lower. Yes, they're going to flash. And Minio, he's going to get full flashed here. They're going to check his corners for sure. And Jumpy, great shot for him. And now they have the B side. Sadix pushing forward. This is good. I like this from SJ. Jumpy gets a second one and a third. Jumpy locks it down, and finally, you know, when Jumpy steps up, you win rounds. Simple as that.
And this time doesn't even really need the AWP to manage it. He's just able to get straight entry frags onto this Wisla team. Sparrow now forced to go for this save. He's the other player who we often say is somewhat of a star on the CT side. And SJ, that was an absolutely must-win round.
It certainly was. Otherwise, they would keep going down, and they need to get minimum 5 rounds, I would say, here on the T side. Because 5 rounds, it was supposed to be enough there on the CT side, on the T side, switching over to the CT on nuke. But it's just such a back and forth round there that determined everything there. So, but 5 rounds should be what they're aiming for, at least for now. If they get 5, then they can aim for more. But the money for Wisla is still gonna be there. They can even get a double op setup if they want to. But I'm not sure they will get it. So Sparrow is going to be on the op more else. Let's see what he's going to get. He's actually going to get that second op. Okay. So round 9. This is going to be a very cost round for Wisla. So 2 ops in play. And Arvid, is he going to go fast up main here? Ooh. He's going to get naded a little bit here, but he's out towards the sandwich here. Oh man, do they know he's here? They don't! Arvid gets Sparrow from the ladder, and Jedker, he doesn't shoot, he doesn't fire, and they don't call it to his teammate. Static doesn't get the information from his teammate. That is right there. Still a 4v3 for SJ. They're taking A side again here. This is not going to be the same retake.
So difficult, of course. This SJ side, they've moved through, and this will be a fairly easy bomb plant. Kappa will have somewhat of an angle, but only able to manage one. Minio through the smoke doesn't connect. And Morales, he'll very likely get shut down here. A 3rd round for SJ. They seem to be waking up right now. These execute straight out onto this A bomb site. You see Arvid getting exceptionally aggressive. He's able to hit just the beautifulest headshot straight out onto A. And then, obviously, a bit of miscommunication from the SJ team. But they managed to pull through and able to find that round number 3.
Yeah, for sure, and that's going to put Wisla. They invested 2 ops in the last round, so a lot of money gone, means eco territory. And again, Arvid fast out towards the sandwich here. This guy, this time he could get punished, but he won't get punished by the Eagles. So a 4th round will be coming in here. The question is, how many kills is Wisla going to get? Morels? Oh, this is a perfect flank, man. Man, oh man, he's shooting a little bit too early perhaps, but he get himself to pick up the SG. But it keeps on peeking with the 5-7 anyway. And, well, 2 kills, not too bad on an eco like this.
Yeah, you want to do as much damage as possible. I don't know how much longer this hyper-aggression from Arvid is really going to start to work out. But, yeah, stealing away 2 frags at the end is oh so crucial. Just to keep that money on the SJ side honest. They don't want them to be spiraling out of control into the $10,000 range. Right now, they're just keeping a couple of these players nice and low. So what I think is probably a tactical timeout, probably for Wisla here. Remember, SJ, they're back on the board, and it's not as late in the game as it was last map. So taking 5 or 6 rounds here for them will probably be enough. I would say Wisla, they're aiming for the 9 to 10 range. And they're starting to run out of rounds to make that a probability. They need to start putting something convincing back on the board.
Yeah, when once again Sparrow, he hasn't been getting a lot of kills with the AWP in the past 2 rounds here because SJ has been winning all those rounds. So if he's starting to put some rounds, some kills maybe on Jumpy who has the AWP on the T side, wins that duel. It could be looking promising, but Arvid, is he gonna try to go up main again? He does! And it makes it work with 1! Can't get the second one. 3rd time now he goes out like that. And Jumpy! What a shot on Minio. And that's the B side. What is happening? Jumpy and Arvid hitting some good shots. There's nothing Wisla can do. This is the SG game we're used to see. On train especially. When they're just grinding these kills, grinding these rounds. Well, it's a 3-man save from Wisla. They can't afford for the buy in the neck, so they go for the save. And SJ goes up on 5. They're only going to be 1 behind. This could be looking really good from SJ. It already is looking good, 5 rounds, but they could be getting like 7, 8.
It seemed like the dream scenario for Wisla earlier on in the day. They managed to cause the upset on Nuke, and they were 6 rounds to the good here on train. Felt like the perfect scenario. Sparrow will actually burn alive in that Molotov, and Jedka will go for the AWP and actually salvage it. So a bit of a a risky play, and they do lose a rifle due to it. So I would say probably just not going for that pick would have probably been the best bet. But players like Sparrow, he's a star, isn't he? He wants to make those star plays even when the round is over. So 6-5 right now. That confidence oozing, but the price to pay is that he hasn't got Kevlar here in this 12th round, whereas prior he did. Doesn't matter. He still nails a beautiful first shot onto an Arvid who tries the same play 4 times in a row and finally gets punished.
Yeah, finally he goes down like that. That should have happened way sooner on the second or the third attempt, really. But, yeah. 10-5 is the best Wisla could be looking for at the moment. And the best they could get is 4 more rounds here. And that would be a good haul for both teams. So SJ just looking, the rounds they get now is just bonus rounds. But Jumpy, oh, he gets the tag, and he gets tagged in return as well. So he knows he's tagged. He's gonna put the Smolly out, trying to make it behind the electric, but he gets peeked before it. That means the AWPer's down here from SJ. But he's hiding behind the electric. His Capper. Good off angle, to be honest, here. Not sure they're gonna expect him to be here still. Peeks out a pop dog and oh, he almost catches the guy in connector. That was close. But the B side, where is the holding on B? So they do have a guy side and one guy back side. And well, Minio and especially Sparrow shuts it down with the AWP. 2 frags for him. It's gonna leave Sorta alone, and he gonna get taken out here by Sparrow's AWP again. No, but he goes away. Nobody's watching lower. He picks up the bomb. 20 seconds remain. Sparrow. Oh, he's been spotted, but he has to nade out Sorta, and it's a triple, actually a 4K from Sparrow. And finally, they get another round here, Wisla.
Yeah, Sparrow's such a decent player in those positions. You really need to get that championship blood oozing. You need to really start to warm up, and you see Sparrow in the previous couple of rounds trying to go for some star performances, just standing within the Molotov at the end of round number 11. Finally gets his chance, his time to shine. 4 fast frags there in the 12th round. Beautiful stuff. Obviously, the Molotovs raining on through. Lots of time left on the clock, and SJ, you can see they already want to get into quick positions. Zarte just getting a little bit of information down Pop Dog, noticing that there's nobody there. 5 rounds on the board, though. This is a little too much for this point. Of course, Whistler was able to take that 12th. However, they are not in a decisive lead anymore. I think 5 rounds, if the half ended at 10-5 for SJ, I think that they'd still be happy with that, knowing that they've got their CT side coming up. And we see this overview with 3 players from the T's just moving towards Ivy. They want to do somewhat of an A split. Arvid is pretty well acquainted with A main and just rushing out on his lonesome right now. If he can evade Kappa on the entrance, nobody's actually watching main, so he's actually able to just run out alone if he really wants to. And Jampy, there's the initial shot. So Jedka now needs to assume secondary position, and with 30 seconds left, there's going to be a lot of pressure on Kappa here, who's hidden right up above. Drops the bomb. Jedka, great spray away, but he's only able to find the single. Sparrow's out on the site, and again, Star Blood's not oozing this time, as Minio finally gets dispatched. And it's SJ up to 6. They close the gap again to just 1 round.
Yeah, the good spray down here, but it went for a little bit too more. He should have probably tried to go back there behind the cover, and he would have been alive to try to go for a second attempt. Because if he went back to back cover there, he could have reloaded and go for another spray down without dying. So trying to go for that. Of course, you probably didn't know that he killed the bomb carrier. He probably thought there was more people there. So that way, yes, but still could have been alive, letting his teammate rotate in. And that means 7-6 and Pistol Kevlar for Wisla. And we have a boost back here towards the main on Jumpy. Looking on top of the train, and there's a 3-man stack towards the B lower, and they're pushing him. There's going to be a 2-for-1 trade. Sadix goes down to 10 HP, but he's alive. And Arvid take care of the A player. So a 7th run will be here. Question who's going to get the lead here in the half time. This is not a good CT side from Wisla. it looked to be pretty good in the beginning, but now SJ made their way back. And this is the SJ we used to see here on the train. This is their home map as well, so Minio and Morels gonna have to try to pick this up, but they are pretty much trapped. Jumpy, I think he knows he's in the corner there. He does, takes down Morels, leaves Minio, I mean, in a 1v4. Needs to try to save the S3, to be honest.
Yeah, so we saw this in the vetoes in this Aristocracy versus Havu matchup that we saw just yesterday. That not yesterday, but the day before, whenever me and Jeep were casting. I think it might have been yesterday, in fact, where Aristocracy actually picked right into Havu's hands. They allowed them to have 2 of their 3 best maps 2 and 3 in the series. Unfortunately, Havu weren't able to get there. They were actually beaten 2-0 in probably the biggest upset I've seen so far in this tournament. I would say probably the only upset I've seen so far in this tournament. The favorites have really been able to cruise out so far, even if it's been in 3 maps. We saw Heretics earlier on this week struggle to take convincing wins, instead letting everything go to triple map scenarios. And again, SJ Gaming unable to close it out in 2. So a lot of the favorites, they're faltering on their home maps, but it also feels like they're not playing their home map second. So SJ, I would say that Train's probably their best map. Maybe not because of their win percentage, just because of their actual form, especially on the CT side. Touch wood, because obviously we're about to see a CT side from them. I would say that it's their best half out of anywhere on the map pool. So it's a little bit troubling why they don't pick it second in the rotation. They allow it to slip through to a third and final map, instead playing Nuke, which, albeit they should be good on. However, 7-7, the push about to come in towards B.
It certainly is, and we do have Spear once again without the Kevlar here on upper holding it. And once they go around the corner here, oh man, they have to smoke it out. They have to do something. Dropping the bomb over, but yeah, the smoke is going to be being deployed right here. There we go. But oh, he peeks before the smoke goes down. That's a big mistake from Sadix. Sparrow gets an easy kill on him, and the question is, do they want to go back here now because they lost a player? And yeah, that's a big mistake from Sadix. I'm not really sure what happened there, but they will be taken towards A instead. It's just a fake towards B. I think it's Jumpy trying to put their leg towards the B side there, but Capper, it jumps, actually Orbit just jumps out of Pop Dog, he gets the one, but Trace is right there for the CTs, and Morels and Minio, they're all right there. Oh, he's planning for Jet Crew, okay, he's gonna still get the bomb down, but it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Jumpy goes down, it's gonna be 8-7 for Wisla, and Sadix, he's having a tough game, only 3 kills.
That was a really awkward half from Whistler there. A lot of their rounds were actually quite convincing that they won. However, it didn't really seem that way. SJ Gaming got a lot of bomb plants throughout that half. I can't see the scoreboard, but I would say that they probably got, I don't know, 10 bomb plants throughout their T side. Obviously winning 7 rounds. Let's see. Yeah, there were 4 diffuses and another 3 explosions. So that's 7 right off the bat. And I don't know if the bomb was planted at any of the other 4 that they won. But that's a lot of bomb plants. That's actually 11 rounds where they've either eliminated the Whistler side or planted the bomb. So only 4 clean rounds, so to say, for the Whistler side. You'd usually be hoping for maybe 6 or 7 clean rounds on a CT side on a map like Nuke or Train. So Whistler just not really outperforming this SJ team, and now they've got a very tricky T side to play.
Yeah, look at that initial rounds. They had a 6-1 lead after round 7 there, but then SJ Gaming managed to make the comeback and only lose 2 in the end there. So the pressure's on the Whistler side here on the second half, because they're gonna have the hardest side. They only got 8 rounds and they're on the T side now, so pistol, very, very important for the T side, especially. Because if SJ gets the pistol here and gets things rolling on the CT side, this could be a lockdown. Keep in mind, if you just joined us, this is the 3rd map in our first best of 3 of the evening. So there's a lot of CS to be played today, and This is going to be an exciting second half. SJ, well, we're going to have Sarte on the kit and the smoke here. The remaining players is going to go for the Kevlar. Capper and Minio with the utility for Wisla, and they looking to head over towards the B side for now, but there's 2 players Ivy, so actually never mind, it could be an A split on the cards here. And I like this play from SJ, but just when I say that, Sparrow with the P250 takes down Arvid, and they're gonna check Sadix, yes they do. I think his USB barrel just stuck out there, so they just pre-fired him. And, oh no, the bomb. They lost the bomb. Jumpy has the bomb, takes down Minio. This is bad news for Wisla, and he's gonna put down the Molly. They have to get back and kill Jumpy and take that bomb. But Karn spots the guy towards Ivy, goes for the fight. Can he get it? No, he makes all the damage on himself instead. This is a weird round, to be honest. A minute to go, and well, Jumpy got 1, but Sart is here now to try to pick up the remaining player here on the bomb.
This is so awkward.
Yeah.
Kappa finding another, but Khan looking to try and finish this off on his lonesome. He's given away that C4 as it rotates all the way back to B. He's still got a backtrack to worry about. Morel's on the flank, able to finish him off. I don't know why he didn't know that. Of course, he had spotted Morales earlier in T-spawn, maybe just putting him out of his mind, forgetting about him, and allowing Whistler to get onto a very important 9th round. Remember, if SJ had won that, it would have been 8-8, and they would have definitely been in the driving seat in the second half.
Yeah, but they don't. They don't. But we do see a force that we usually see on the second round like this, so Whistler, they have to be a little bit careful now. They got 2 SMGs, so that could be dangerous, but the scout from Sarte, if he gets the headshot here, at least the first headshot, we saw what happened on Nuke. So, definitely has to watch out against the pistols and stuff, but there's already a guy out towards the sandwich here. Morels. Oh, he's gonna go straight through with the flash here, but oh no, nobody's getting flashed from the CT side. This cannot happen. The CT, they just need to hold now. But they're playing aggressive towards Minio, and Karn lands the shot. And it's down to 3, Squid. Oh no, Wisla. This is a perfect opportunity to go up on 10 rounds. But right now, there's only 3 remain. Bomb inside the main. Guy coming through Ivy. Capper has to be the big player here. Arvid clearing main for now. But the scouts. Oh man. Flash is coming through. There's 2 players towards Ivy and 1 guy towards main. This is looking difficult for Wisla. They're even getting out-smoked again. 40 seconds to go. That smoke is going to be there for 15 seconds. Karn. Oh, he finds him before he looks at him, but he misses the shots. And it's a 4v3 retake.
That was such a key play right there. If Khan's able to hit those shots, then he's right in the running. Kappa. Ooh, what a headshot there. That didn't even look in the same dimension. Arvid misses and then manages to connect with the spray down. 10 seconds left. Whistler needs to get their running boots on. With only 10 seconds, this bomb needs to now go down. Jedka plants it in the perfect scenario, and Kappa in for more and more headshots. 40 HP remaining. Jedka sat at the back of this site, but they're up against Jampy, the star of the show, and the shadow spotted. Jedka knows exactly where he is, and Whistler's able to hold on. It's double digits for them.
Capper and Jedker saving Wisla in this round. First one going down, second one going down as well. They're looking to be very, very bad, but they do manage to save it in the end. This shot right there from Capper. Oh my goodness, he just flicks on like... Oh man, what a flick one tap there. That was a crazy shot right there from Capper. And they have a 3-round lead. They won the force buy, and that means it's an eco from SJ here. So a free 11th run, it should happen here. And Wisla. Still in the start of the second half, of course, but them winning that force buy was everything. And now this is going to be much, much easier to win as well. But still, not going to count out SJ, even though they don't have the Kevlar. And that's why Sadix with the kill on Jedker. And now, well, Capper, they don't even watch towards Ivy. Free kill for Capper. Now he will get himself a second one in there. They're going to clean them up. So 11-7 Squid, and SJ, they will go up on the buy in the next one, but they have to win that one.
Yeah, this is very, very messy for SJ right now. Of course, just on this eco, you weren't expecting them to necessarily win. It will be 11-7. However, SJ, they will have rifles next to number 19. Jumpy's right around this corner, and he will even be checked. You can see Minio just weighing it up, like, oh, do I go for the knife? No, you don't. You just get the kill. Don't cause any complications. Don't want to give away an AK-47 or anything. Any shenanigans there. Remember, CS is such slow and, well, such short margins, such close margins, tiny margins, in fact. 11-7 here, that aforementioned scoreline, and now an opportunity for Wisla to get ahead. SJ, an opportunity to get back in the game here. Both an acute probability. I'd call this a 50-50 game right now, with Wisla ahead just enough to make this doable. Obviously, that pistol looked like it was going to then go the other way, but SJ just never able to claw back. And it's been like that since the dawn of Nuke. Maybe another upset here in the LOOT.BET CS. Jedka taking a tip out of Arvid's book out towards the A bomb site. Morels does connect, but Khan's right here for one more. Headshots nailed, but Jampy, an unconventional miss as he gets sprayed away down to 40 HP. He's towards the back of this A bomb site. SJ trying to close this one out, trying to claw back into the site. But Minio's still here, and the bomb, it's ticked down. They've only got 20 seconds left. A beautiful shot from Jampy. And now Morels and Sparrow need to hold it down again. A nice miss. And Morels versus 4, a doable take, as he can't find the second man. The defuse comes in, and an 8th for SJ.
That's a massive round. Look at the damage being dealt there on the CTs. They were just 1-2 shots away from death. But this is a good display from Karn. He gets the first, goes down the ladder, gets the second one. But Jumpy usually doesn't miss those kind of shots. I was sure that was going to be a kill for Jumpy, but he misses, and that's going to cause a big problem for SJ to win the round. But they do win it in the end to get the 8th. But yeah, as you said, this is going to be a 50-50 game from now on. Like, these rounds are so close, and I think it's going to keep being this close. So it's whoever steps up and makes the clutches will be winning this game right here. And there's a peek from Sparrow, not good enough. And Morels, he gets peeked as well by Sadix. So this is a much better run here from SJ. Already a double entry with 20 seconds into the round. And Minio, is he gonna go through the smoke? He does. And I don't think he's expecting it from the CT guy. He doesn't. This is a free kill. On start, and he gets it. And now he can go back towards the CT spot. Karn is right there to catch him off. And it does. 2 remains for Wisla. And they're both coming Ivy here. Karn, oh no, you're switching weapons! I don't think he expected both players to be there. And they're both in CT spawn now due to crossing against Arvid. But Arvid has all the information. Sadix, this should be easy kills for him. Well, he gets the one and Jumpy gets the final one. So 3 casualties here. Oh, he picks up the Galil. Oh, no! He picks up the Galil Squid instead of them for I don't know what it was, but yeah.
You know what you say about that? Nothing. You just go,
that's a yikes. That's a yikes.
That is a yikes.
But the economy from Wisla is gone, so they will make it a 1-round, you know, 1-round lead only here Wisla after this round, unless they can win with pistols here. But much better run there from SJ in the last one.
I like that these odds haven't really shifted. Like, SJ still assertive favorites as far as where the money's being put right now, which is sometimes the best bet of what's going to happen. Just with pistols, this is very likely going to be an 11-10 scoreline, with the SJ side now coming right back into this one. Pistol will probably get caught out by Zati's flank here. An easy shot, as he just tries to spot any secondary player down from Ivy. He won't, of course. All 3 players have turtled and will try and get this bomb down towards the B bomb site. They might as well just go for a Lemmy dive down ladder, I would say, and try and overwhelm these players and just try and get the C4 down. There's not a single Molotov, and that ult missed will actually probably give away the C4, but no, it won't. Sparrow too slow. And Arvid, he'll be on this site before the C4 goes down, surely. Casper does get off it, but 11-10, SJ, convincing round.
Yeah, Jumpy missing a few shots there, but he does hit it in the end once he's on the site here, Sparrow. So no problem in the end, and yeah. But the thing is, Jumpy's missing quite a few shots now, and he usually doesn't. So if Wisla, if they, a little bit lucky, he keep missing those shots, and they can get punished for it. But we got 2 S3s and 3 AKs in play here for the Poles. They only got 1 run lead on the T side, so this is not a lot to play with. But fast out Olof here, or else. Oh man, these guys could, again, they're out there just like Arvid was on their T side here. So this is gonna be a big problem here for the CTs. What can they do about it? Karn getting tagged a little bit. But Morels, he's not. There we go. There's a great pop flash there from Minio. Allows Morels to get around the corner and get the kill. Can he get the second one? No, Karn in the sniper room. Does get the trade back kill, but now they're heading towards the Ivy, and the Statics is right here with the first. Can he spray down the second one? He makes the damage. Yet commit to the full kill. And is the guy's sight not gonna watch behind him? Oh, Jumpy. Oh, Jumpy. There we go. He's gonna get the first one. Jumpy's full flashed, and Capri's gonna have a second one as well. Oh man. And Wisla just getting out on the site. And Jumpy is nowhere to go, like he's full flashed. This is a great flashes here from the T side. Look at this kill right here. Great double for Capper. And SJ, well, they're gonna have to force up. So they're putting everything into this run pretty much. Almost the entire map, or the game pretty much. Scout, MP9.
12-10. Wisla right back into this series again. It's obviously SJ putting, as you said, every single dollar apart from 150. That's barely enough to brush your teeth with. 12-10, not really enough for SJ to be cruising here. And Jedka right through that smoke is able to steal away a headshot. No idea how that's possible. He tries to get lucky for a second time. He wants the highlight reel, doesn't he? But Arvid, he's able to close one down. Sparrow, he's right in there with another. Are we about to see another upset? Sadix is just trying to hide within here. The bomb is mysteriously down, and Arvid is able to close out a second. He's on 19 points of health. But there is not a single HE grenade for this T side. Jumping, how many shots can one man miss? He finally goes down, and Kappa's able to nail up another one. Arvid, with his lonely 19 HP remaining, needs a 1 versus 3, and he isn't able to get the job done. 13-10. Another eco awaits for the Finns.
LOOT.BET, made for live betting.
Welcome back, everyone. That was a short little message from our sponsor, LOOT.BET. And now we're back here once again and it's going to be a full eco here for the Finns. And this is looking like, as you said, another upset here for Wisla. This round should be a straightforward round. Just pick apples from the apple tree, and right now there's only Jumpy. And he's gonna have to try to get this gun, and he can't get it. And it's 14-10. 2 more for Wisla to nail the match. And upset S3 on Nuke and Train. 2 maps that is S3's best map in the map pool. This is absolutely ludicrous.
It's their bread and butter. It's what they should be absolutely confident on. But SJ, they're starting to really falter here. They don't seem as confident as earlier. They need 6 in a row to take this in regulation now. It feels like deja vu. Nuke all over again. Lots of time left on the clock for round number 25. But it might be Wisla putting one of the final nails in this SJ coffin.
Definitely, it is, and we have another push coming in, and all the duels is being won by the terrorists. And the train is about to leave the station here, and the station is 2-0 for Wisla. There's no more maps to play, so this is the final destination for this match. And S3 Gaming, they're getting wrecked right now, losing battles left, right, and center. And Jump is gonna try to go aggressive, try to pull it back to 4v4. Can he do it though? This is a risky play, but he's lining up the smoke. Peekaboo! There it is, and that's the bomb down as well. But is he gonna hold on to it, or can Morales get it? I think Morales can get it.
Yeah, he might as well back off in this situation. There's no reason to re-engage up Pop Dog. He's already done his job. He's brought this back to a 4v4. Remember, Jedka's on barely any HP, so now the advantage should be with the SJ side. Now trying to wrap their way back around. It's so awkward to see, even on the massive minimap like this, where exactly Wisla are playing from. It's probably one of the maps where you don't really need a big overview like this. Maybe on a map like Overpass, this would be better arranged, where you've only got one level. However, Jampy, he gets caught off guard, and Wisla, they've already made significant entries into the A bomb site. Massive inroads, Sparrow with a second. Zarte now needs just a bit more than that. 10 seconds remaining, but is he going to be able to prevent this bomb from going down? It needs to make the cross on, and Zarte, oh, he's just a little bit too slow. He gets tagged away, down to half HP. Needs another, can't find it. It's Sadix versus 3. There's the initial headshot. Needs a pair more to finish. And he's caught with an 8-8. Morales, what a beautiful shot.
Wow. Wow. Wisla up on match point. They got 5 match points against SG Gaming on Train. Didn't think I was going to say that. But wow. He was a little bit too slow. He could have denied the bomb plant there, but he didn't. He probably expected somebody to cover him. It was a guy covering from Ivy, so. But I think it was a little bit further back, so I'm not really sure. I think he could have denied the bomb plant there and they would have won the round. But either way, it's gonna be 15 for Wisla, and this is the 3rd and final map. And the shot come through, just a slight miss there. And odds is 10 for SJ right now. This is absolutely ludicrous. Famas, MP9s, you in peace. Is it possible to pull into an overtime? The Phoenix fans says yes, but we say no. At least me.
That Sparrow shot was literally like a cat whisker away from connecting. 15-10. There are the smokes down. Obviously, Jampy doesn't want to just get really re-engaged. He's got a FAMAS. It's recently buffed, so he's not going to be feeling too bad about his purchase. However, the attention won't be drawn his way. It'll be towards a B bomb site with 4 members engaged. An initial shot misses, and Sadix, he's got the lineup. A pair of players fall, and that nade does connect. He's down to 1 HP. How the hell does he survive? Another whiffed shot. He should not be peeking Morales now, but he does, and manages to hit, nails, and kills Morales. Arvid with another. SJ, they're not out of this one just yet.
No, but this is only one of the 5 rounds they're going to be saving here. Clean run it is, but at this point, they still have to find 4 more flawless rounds to pull it into an overtime here on map 3. And yeah, Sorted, that's a good double kill for Sadix here, but Sorted shouldn't be re-picking up again. If he went down there,
Yeah.
Sadix had 1 HP, it could have been a pretty close round, so, but it did get a kill in the end. But just because you get a kill doesn't mean it's a good play, but this time it worked out anyway. But that's just one. They're gonna get some breathing room here in the 27th round due to the pistols only now. But yeah, the next round is where it's important. Wisla, they're gonna be gutted if they don't manage to close this match.
They've got to make 1 out of the next 4. Previously 1 out of the next 5. And remember, SJ Gaming, they will obviously have buy-ups until the end. But the end might be nigh. Wisla going for somewhat of a min-buy here in round number 27. Smoke to cut off Zarte's position. He might as well let go of that Molotov early. I would actually throw probably the HE in first, just to do any initial damage, since the Molotov's probably not going to do all too much. That's maybe more worthwhile in a retake, but let's go of the HE. Does significant damage with it. Arvid's able to find 1, and now it's Zarte to be challenged. A bit of an overpeak there. Does lose him his life with only finding 1, but shouldn't cause too much catastrophe on the A-bomb site. Apart from, Sparrow has actually been able to edge his way out to do damage, but no frags. Minio, also a bit of a precarious position. Should be able to find this shot. I love... Oh, man, just getting teased with that gun barrel. Minio does find him. You could see Sadix's sixth sense was tingling there. He knew that there was a player nearing close. Minio hadn't even exposed himself just yet, but knowing that there's no coverage on that B-bomb site, it's a pretty easy read. 15 to 12. SJ, 3 in a row needed.
Yeah, looking better enough from SJ, but they only won 1 gun run. Last one go, so. But yeah, 3 runs to win. They should, of course, they can win 3 runs. You know, SJ on the CT side here, but they have the pressure against them. You know, so it's not going to be the easiest thing when you would have played a normal round. You're up against match point. You know, so Wisla, they're on the verge of winning this match here, and I don't think a lot of people would have said it after Dust 2. You know, Wisla losing their map on Dust 2, not a map that SJ, they're good on Dust 2, but not expecting them to, you know, they won a worse map, and then losing on their better 2 here could be still not over yet. So jumping back on the op, good to see that. But at this point, one mistake from SJ is going to cost them the match. Just one entry kill somewhere probably is going to cost them the match. If it dies pop, well, that's probably going to be it, but right now, Wisla, they take things very, very slow here. Do not want to go fast.
They don't want to be the team to make the mistake, do they? They really want to just hold this back and try and force SJ out of this difficult hole. But with a minute dissipated off this clock and a minute remaining, Wisla now about to go for a solid B execute. And they don't really have too many nades to make this one happen. See 2 smokes, a pair of flashes as well. There's a decoy grenade. Not really all too much. And SJ, they will be forced back. When will Sadix go for this peek and push? That counter nade, perfect. And Sadix, he needs more than that. A pair of headshots and finally gets taken down. An even scenario, and Minio stretches ahead once again. This might be the opening Wisla really needs. The entries onto the B bomb site, beautiful. And Jampy, the star of the show, he needs to steal it, but he doesn't. Minio instead steals his head, his face, 10 HP remaining, 3 fast frags, but Zate looking for the 1v2, they double peak for the match, 16 to 12.
Wow. SG Gaming not managed to get the win on Nuke or Train here. This is a big, big scalp coming out here from Wisla, and they're going to make it a 2-0 in the Swiss stage. And they're going to pick up the victory. Capper, 29 kills in the end, topping the scoreboard. And, well, S-Jiggin is sent down to the 1-1 bracket here, surprisingly.
Unbelievable scenes here in the LOOT.BET CS Season 5. Of course, SJ the favourites at the start, but crumbling on their best 2 maps. Unreal! That's not the only Counter-Strike coming up today. Remember, we've still got 2 best of 3s coming your way. Pact versus Mix right after this break.
LOOT.BET, made for live betting.